the talking points memo is about fanatics. And I mean, this is just amazing to me, who would rather see people die than give in to politicians they oppose. And I'm going to run about, it's not going to be more clear than this, but also in that analysis, people pay most of these pundits. Big corporations pay them to do this. So the first thing is the Ukrainian situation, which I am hoping there will be a 30-day ceasefire come out of this on Friday. I'm hearing that is possible. Okay? But it's not going to matter because the Trump haters are going to hate. Roll the tape.
It's terrible because we're throwing the Ukrainians under the bus and playing right into Putin's hands. And on the other hand, it's terrible because it's not going to work.
We have to recognize that the big difference between the president and the Europeans and Zelensky is that essentially the Europeans and Zelensky do not want to lose the war. And it does seem that Donald Trump is managing a loss.
Seem to whom, madam? I mean, it's just absurd. Managing a loss? In what capacity? We're sending high-powered weapons to Ukraine. We have organized a response to Putin that is hurting him. Managing a loss? This is the kind of dishonesty. Maybe it's stupidity. Maybe she's just dumb. And the other guy, too. I don't know them. All right, then you get the reason that Trump is going to Alaska isn't to save lives in Ukraine. No. It's to divert attention away from Epstein. Go.
He wants to distract you. He wants to distract you from the damage his tariffs are doing to our economy. He wants to distract you from Epstein.
You need to continue to move forward, and you need to not let him divert the media attention away from things like the economy and the Epstein files. Though that is what he is trying to do here.
This is absolutely a distraction from the president's domestic woes, whether it has to do with the Epstein files or the jobless rate.
The jobless rate? Gets 4.3. But remember, these people are paid to do this. They hate him. There's no doubt in my mind they hate him, Trump. But they're paid to do it. Just keep that in mind. Now, when you get this kind of political propaganda out constantly, over and over, not just in the United States, but in Europe as well, certainly in Ukraine, that Trump is a bad guy, he doesn't care about Ukraine, he's trying to get away from Epstein, all this nonsense, that a lot of people believe it. Okay? They just believe it because they don't know, and they hear it over and over and over and over again. Homeowners, when is the last time you checked on your home title? If your answer is never, then this is for you. Scammers are stealing titles, and your equity is a target. Criminals forge your signature. Just like that, your home title can be transferred out of your name. That's why I partnered up with Home Title Lock, so you can find out today if you're already a victim. Please use my promo code BILL at HometitleLock.com, and you'll get a free title history report. Plus, you will get a free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection. That's 24/7 monitoring of your title, urgent alerts of any changes, and if fraud does happen, they'll spend up to $1 million to fix it. That's HometitleLock.com, promo code BILL. Now, CNN did some honest analysis the other day. A guy named Harry Enton, he's the chief data analyst. He puts out that the Epstein story is pretty much dead. It's down 89% in 3 weeks as far as Google searches are concerned. That's a colossal drop. So Americans, they've had enough of Epstein for now. But here's an interesting thing. This will be revived in September because the House Oversight Committee is subpoenaing all these people to come on in and talk about Epstein. And the person that has most to lose is Bill Clinton, former President Clinton. So I asked my staff, research what they have on Clinton. This is fascinating. So Clinton apparently took about 18 trips on Epstein's plane. And then my staff says it's not true that Bill Clinton went to Epstein's island. And that's what I have. Not true. And my staff's the best. I went, I don't think that's accurate. So I, your humble correspondent, kicked into reporter mode, and I found there are one sworn affidavit by a victim that Bill Clinton was on the island, and a guy named Doug Band, Bill Clinton's top assistant post-presidency, who traveled with Putin on Epstein's plane. He's told Vanity Fair they went to the Virgin Islands where Epstein had a property, Epstein Island. I found that out. Okay? My staff didn't find it out. Why? Because the mainstream media wouldn't print it. That's why. But I have people who know this case up and down and in and out. So I believe that Bill Clinton was on that island. I also believe that Donald Trump was not. He took 8 trips, okay? And most of them, I think all of them, between New York City and Palm Beach, where both men had properties. Now, finally, this whole Epstein thing was a giant mistake by the Trump administration, but not a calculated mistake. It all began when Attorney General Pam Bondi submitted to an interview with Fox News. Go.
And one of the things that you alluded to, and this is something Donald Trump has talked about, the DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing JFK files, MLK files. That's all in the process of being reviewed because that was done at the directive of the president from all of these agencies.
So have you seen anything that you said, oh my gosh?
Not yet.
Okay, so that opened the door, and now it's the Trump haters trying to tie the president to Epstein in some kind of criminal activity. But I got to give the American people credit. They've had enough. But it will gin up again. If I'm Bill Clinton, I'm not happy about this. And he is not a well man. Bill Clinton is not a well man. They're going to subpoena a whole bunch of people, but that's the top risk.